What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. Kind of a rough story for a very large YouTuber who goes by the name or has the character known as Uncle Roger. I think his real name is Nigel Ng. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Um, Look, I don't think there's any secret to my opinions about the Chinese government. Now, it should be obvious, but I'll say it anyway. This does not extend to Chinese people. Now, if you're a sympathizer for the CCP, okay, well, I probably don't like you either. But the idea, that anyone would be shocked by the fact that I stand squarely with Hong Kong and Taiwan, if that's news to you, well, let it be known. China is literally operating right now camps in which they put Uyghur Muslims in for re-education. Okay, this is not a good government. There are obviously a billion people there that aren't necessarily in alignment with these things, and I think it's important to differentiate. Now, the Uncle Roger character, which kind of grew to prominence on YouTube, roasting rice. Is in some hot water for bending the knee to the CCP. YouTube sensation Nigel Ng, aka Uncle Roger, deletes a video featuring a fellow internet star and outspoken critic of China's government. Uncle Roger, who rose to fame roasting a BBC rice making video, deleted a video about dumplings because it featured an outspoken critic of China's government. Now, social media users have lashed out at the internet celebrity whose real name is Nigel Ng, saying he sacrificed his morality to cater to his Chinese fans. The video, called Uncle Roger Reviews Ugliest Dumpling Ever, was in collaboration with YouTuber Mike Chen, who often criticizes Chinese government policies. Good for him. The video criticizes a dumpling recipe that does not contain any political commentary. Just 24 hours after posting it on Monday, Ng had removed the clip and posted an apology to Weibo, China's Twitter, saying that the video had created a bad social impression. My staff and I would like to express our sincerest apologies to everyone, he wrote, considering the seriousness of the issue and the negative impact of the video itself. We discussed internally and decided to take it down from all platforms. At the same time, I urge everyone to stop reposting content related to it. And again, the content in the video was not political. He deleted it because the person in it was anti-CCP. Ng said he had been negligent in not being aware of Chen's political leanings, nor his past incorrect remarks about China. Before they collaborated, he promised that he would be more careful in the future. However, the comedian's apology drew severe backlash from Twitter, who called for a boycott of the comedian for sacrificing his morality to cater to Chinese fans. Quote, "People share your videos globally because you did something to reverse the culture of unfairness for Asians," wrote Australia-based Chinese political cartoonist and rights activist, I'm not going to try, Batachow? Batachow? But now you're totally betray yourself by selling yourself to the regime oppressing Chinese people the most. Shame on you. Chen, who was born in China, the capital of Shanxi, maybe, province in central China, but grew up in America's Midwest, has repeatedly posted criticism of Beijing on Twitter over the treatment of the Uyghur minorities, Hong Kong's controversial national security law, and other human rights issues in China. Good on you. He reacted to the news of the video's retraction, telling Hong Kong Free Press, a news website, that Ng had not consulted him before issuing the apology and taking the video offline. He said he never agreed to removing the clip, which remains live on Facebook. He said he believed that he had buckled under the CCP censorship and urged the comedian to learn more about human rights issues that the CCP have committed. I think what happened here is a result of the CCP censorship, even if it wasn't direct censorship. Ng became a national sensation last year when he posted a video of himself roasting television presenter Harsha Patel from the BBC for butchering fried rice recipe in a how-to guide. I mean, I'm not sure where Nigel resides now, but he is a Malaysian-born. Malaysian-born YouTuber Nigel Ying, aka Uncle Roger, needs to learn more about the human rights issues committed by the Chinese government, according to a former collaborator and China critic, Mike Chen. Days after he deleted the video, Uncle Roger deleted the video of both of them in a bid to appease Chinese fans. Again, there was nothing in the video that was overtly political, and this shows you the, how do you say, this shows you the long arm of Chinese censorship. We see it now with our Hollywood, with modern Hollywood here in this country. I mean, Star Wars literally creating a Chinese-specific television show. We see Mulan from Disney literally thanking the organization behind these said re-education camps. Chen, who runs the Strictly Dumpling YouTube channel, has been vocal about the Tiananmen Square, the Uyghur re-education camps, and the imprisoning of Hong Kong's pro-democracy activists. He also noted on Instagram that common tactics by the CCP, which range from cyberbullying to instilling fear of offending Chinese people. The video of both of them did not seem to attract as much attention as it did when it disappeared from his channel. He wrote to his 125,000 Weibo followers on Tuesday that he wasn't aware of Chen's political thoughts. So again, there was nothing in the video that was overtly political. I understand, okay, I understand that, the fear of losing your career. But what this is probably is somebody sent him something. He was previously based in London, now back home in Malaysia with his family. Criticism against him spawned the online movement, #unsubscribe from Uncle Roger. A lot of people obviously saying, a lot of commenters on Weibo didn't even know what happened. It seems like Uncle Roger's team nipped this in the bud before it became a full-blown PR crisis. Twitter user. So he will, to be clear, he willingly censored himself. There was no actual hubbub about him collaborating. So either Uncle Roger decided that he wanted to pre-sign up for censorship, or somebody got to him and said that this was a potential issue. Let it be known that this is a act of cowardice. Self-censorship is perhaps the most dangerous thing. But I understand that there are systems that you have to work inside. For example, on YouTube, there are certain words that I can't say if I want to earn any money. And some would say that that's being a coward, and maybe they're being right, and maybe they're right. My opinion is I'm working within the system. Now, nobody was calling for him to delete this video. He just did it anyway. It's bizarre to delete somebody who's just been, critical of the CCP. Mr. Chen told the South China Morning Post, "I hold no animosity towards Nigel for what he did because it's hard to stand up to the CCP's tactics. I do hope that he learns more about the human rights issues that the CCP has committed, and because he lives in a free country where he can do that. As always, I've said that I love China and that I love the kind-hearted Chinese people. They are my people. The CCP, however, is not China and certainly should not be equated to the Chinese people," he added. The apology and deletion of the video has caused some people to accuse Mr. Ying of self-censoring for the sake of Chinese fans. Well, of course, that's what he did. Now, we don't know, did the Chinese government send him something? Somebody in the CCP? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. There are billionaires that disappear in China. We see the way the main actress, the star of Mulan, spoke out against Hong Kong because these people are like brainwashed or something. I stand with Hong Kong. I stand with Taiwan. I stand against what the CCP is doing, and I strongly support. What was his name? Mike Chen? I hope I'm not saying that wrong. Yeah, Chen, Mr. Chen. I support him and his continued bringing light to the things that the CCP do. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.